3, 2, 1. Toasted nuts! All those people in your life that told you you couldn't toast nuts in less than 5 minutes were wrong. And I've got a mad genius tip that'll prove it. So before we get to this mad genius tip, I want to talk about the two main ways of toasting nuts. One is in the oven, and one is in a skillet. Toasting them in the oven is probably what most people opt to do, and that's because you get a really consistent toast, but you can also do a ton of nuts. The problem is, it takes like 20 minutes to preheat your oven, and then it's another 10 to 12 minutes to toast the nuts, and who has time for that? Skillet toasting is effective, especially for a small amount of nuts, but the problem is you gotta stand there and you gotta toss them or stir them the entire time to make sure they're evenly toasted. You can see here, I got a little distracted, probably by Instagram, and I left the nuts on one side too long, so they got a little unevenly browned. Now I wanna show you the difference between these two nuts, but first, we're gonna get to the mad genius tip. Believe it or not, we are going to microwave toast some nuts. I know it sounds crazy, but I just discovered it and it was mind-blowing. I am starting with a microwave safe plate and I'm going to add some almonds. I'm using almonds because they're gonna be really great for showing you how well this tip works, but you can also toast pecans, you can also toast pecans, you can also toast walnuts, whatever nuts you want. So I am just spreading them in an even layer and I'm going to microwave these on full power for 3 minutes. But every minute, I'm gonna take one out so I can show you the progression. Pop them in. Set your timer, and it goes to 0. You have to push start, not cancel. Okay, it's been a minute. Give them a little shimmy, and I'm gonna take one out to show you later. Right, and give these a little toss with your hands. Take one out and restart the timer. We're gonna talk a lot about nuts. 3, 2, 1. Toasted nuts! All right, so it's been 3 minutes. Toasted my almonds, I could smell them. You know they're done when they're just lightly browned on the outside and you get like this incredible aroma of toasted nuts. Delicious. Okay, so we've got 3 minutes of nuts here. All right, class, check out our almonds. We have our 1-minute almonds, which still look pretty raw. We have our 2-minute almonds, which are just slightly toasted. And then we have our 3-minute almonds, which are just so beautiful and they're gonna taste great. Okay, now that you believe me that toasting nuts in the microwave is possible, let's compare the 3 toasting methods. First off, we have our oven toasted nuts, which look evenly toasted. They're gonna have a lot of almond flavor. They're great, but to get there, you're also 40 minutes older. Am I right? Number 2, we have our skillet toasted nuts, which you could see just by looking at the bottom of the nut that they're unevenly toasted. You're not getting all that delicious almond flavor. Last, we have our 3-minute microwave toasted nut. It's my favorite because it toasted from the inside out, and like I said, it took just 3 minutes. So whether you are topping your morning yogurt, you're adding them to a salad, or you just need a healthy snack on the go, you can have toasted nuts in no time at all. Now go, make your friends go nutty, and share this tip with them.